Okay, everyone. Well, first of all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe. Do not look and not book. Okay, subscribe to the channel. I'm starting my podcast, Think with Bink. I have my very first guest, Bubba Too Real. He actually has a podcast of his own on YouTube, or excuse me, on Instagram. He started on Instagram first, so I'm going to have him talk to you guys a little bit about what he's doing before we start.
All right, thank you, Bink. I appreciate it very much. So my name is Bubba Too Real. I do a podcast on Instagram Live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Basically, the premise of my podcast, I invite different guests on and tell their dating and relationship experiences, and we talk about different topics such as meeting people in person versus online dating, interracial relationships, different styles of different relationship styles and stuff like that, and just getting people's stories out there. I appreciate Bink for having me on here, and I look forward for you guys to check out my content. You can go on Instagram. It's Bubba Too Real, so it's BUBBA2REAL. So Bubba Too Real on Instagram. So check me out, definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to actually put you in the description box below so people can also go ahead and check you out on Instagram. But today, because like for this podcast, guys, I'm bringing people on because I have to do an introduction, though this is my first episode as well. But I'm bringing people on. We're all gonna think with Bink. We're going to have discussions, giving each other advice on different decisions or circumstances that we're in, and it's just gonna be a good, fun, energetic podcast. We're gonna have a good time. So
Yeah.
I have Bubba here. Bubba. What's the situations? What are your circumstances? We are here to listen and advise. Like, give me what you got.
So right now it's kind of a change of pace of everything. It's been crazy the last couple of weeks. I'm doing a trip that's kind of like a last minute thing that I decided to do, and changing jobs last minute. Went from just a grocery store job to now I'm working into software engineering internship. So I'm happy, excited about that. It's new challenges I'm facing, but I'm not going to give up on those things. I'm going to pursue them and keep going. And even with the trip, it's been a couple things like a couple statics, a couple rocks here and there, but I'm going to keep going through it. So
Okay, so you are relocating soon.
yes, I am going to go to Arizona. Um, it's kind of a crazy situation. I'm going to be going flex. First, I'm going to go to Phoenix for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to Flagstaff, Arizona for a couple weeks, and then drive back to Michigan. So it's going to be a journey. It's going to be, get to see the new environment, meet new people, and stuff like that. It's going to be. I'm excited for it. So I can't wait. I think I was gonna say, I think just in general, we all have nervousness. It's like we think about the worst situation and we try to prepare ourselves for the worst scenario just in case anything happens. You never know what happens in life, so you try to set yourself up so that way you're ready for those scenarios. I will say personally, yes, I do. I do have some of those doubts, but I still want to pursue it because if I don't do it, and then I'm always going to be on my mind of like, oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have pursued that. I've had a lot of things in the past where, opportunities that I could have done, but, I was too scared to do them. And, even now to this day, I have regrets. So I just want to live a life where I don't have regrets on anything that I do. I want to pursue the things I want to do in life and, and say I have done them. So.
Yeah, definitely. Relocating, it can be scary. It can be exciting. It can also be one of those things where you're stuck in between, should I go or should I stay, or maybe I should wait a little bit longer. Maybe this isn't the right time. And so, I mean, definitely if you are confident in what you're doing and you are, you have everything set out and mapped out and you're prepared, take that leap of faith, take that risk. You know, Failure is a part of your success. It's a part of success. So definitely, I definitely think you should, take that risk. And even though there's been bumps and dips into the situation, definitely fight through those because you know, going from Michigan to a bigger state, more opportunities, more opportunities to grow, more opportunities to, see different things and different sceneries and meet people.
Some people haven't even had the opportunity to travel out of state. So, I've learned from my experiences in the past, so it got me prepared for, going somewhere else, like, Arizona for a longer period of time. So, I will have a job while I'm out there. I will have money. Like, I have a lot more money saved up for this trip. And, I'm, I have, in case, even if something goes wrong, I have family. So it's not like, oh, something bad happens, I'll be stranded. Like, no, I have somebody that I can reach out to. So,
Okay, yeah, definitely, most definitely. I mean, I wish you the best of luck. Again, it's very great, and it's a great, good opportunity to go and to expand the horizon. And you seem like you're very much prepared and detailed about the situation, and that it's going to work out, because you have to have confidence, and you have to have the ability to believe, and to just be fearless when you're going through a risk like that, or just a leap like that. So I mean, I wish you the best. I think it's all going to work out for you.
no, I appreciate it. Thank you. I think, and just in life in general, it's just very important to, it's times where you're going to have to take risk in life, whether it's a job, a career change, or, like for my situation is you're moving, you have to take that risk in order to leap to a further success in life. A lot of times we want to stay in our bubble, and a lot of times when you stay in your bubble, you limit yourself to experience new things. You limit yourself to excel higher than just staying in that personal circle of personal comfort. It's okay to say like, hey, you tried something and it didn't work, but if you never tried at all, then you're missing that opportunity.
Yeah, most definitely. I'd rather try and fail and say I did it than not to try, and then that wonder of, what if, or if I would have done it, what would have happened, So, I'd rather have done something and have failed at it than not to have even attempted something to begin with. I think that's where it starts out with. It starts with you being able to attempt something, you being able to go for something that, you're passionate about, and that you feel that it's going to work out. Like, this is something that you want, this is something that you desire. And so, you don't, there's no way that you shouldn't try. There's no way that you shouldn't put in that effort, and see what the outcome can be, because it's only going to make you better. It's only going to make you greater. Whatever happens, I mean, it's a lesson to be learned, and it's not always going to be great. You're not always going to succeed, and you're not always going to, just have an amazing outcome when you do attempt things. So definitely, I'm excited for you, and honestly, I do think it's going to go very well, very, very well for you.
No, I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate the advice that you've given me. I just say, give you a question. Where was a time in your life where you had took a risk in life, where or took a leap of faith, where maybe people had doubt on you, they said, "Man, you can't do it," or maybe you had on your own self doubt, but you still took that opportunity to take that chance to leap into a new destination.
Honestly, I think going to college, I wasn't the smartest one in the classroom. I wasn't the sharpest tool in the toolbox, but I was very athletic, and I was able to get a sports scholarship. And, I don't think people doubted me on the term of, oh, she has a sports scholarship, she's not going to do well in sports. I think it was the more education, still pursuing my education, and knowing that, it's going to be tough, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult, and you have to be ready, because as an athlete, you're a student first. You're a student athlete. And so, I think a lot of people doubted me on my success to fulfilling a college degree. And so when I took that leap of faith, because I didn't want to play college sports, I didn't want to play that college sport. I knew that I had to focus on my education first, and also continue to be the athlete that everyone knew and that I know I was as well. So it was just knowing that I was able to be an athlete, and this has taken me to college. And I was thankful for. I wanted to be able to fulfill both. I didn't want to lack in any area. I didn't want to be a good athlete and not a great student, and not to demonstrate that education as well. So definitely, it was a challenge because I went to college out of state. And, I didn't know anyone. Everything was so new to me, and new scenery, and it was me by myself. So it was definitely a leap of faith, and it was a risk that I took, but it was something that I felt very, very determined to do.
Okay. Yeah. No, I understand. As a student athlete in the past, me my personal experience, I didn't get to excel, and I didn't get the chance to go into college, unfortunately, because I didn't take school seriously, and that was one regret that I had in the past. I'm still in college now, but a mechanical engineering major. I thought that was something that I wanted to do. I was great at designing. I was great at doing the schematics and stuff like that. But one thing I had challenge with was just the math, and it killed me. I went 3 years straight of trying to go through it, failing classes. I failed a bunch of classes. People had doubted me when I had said I was going to take a break because I kept failing classes, and I'm like, this is not working. This is not what I'm doing. It's
Mhm.
not working things around. And I took a break. I worked. I was working at a material testing lab for about 2.5, 3 years. And, I worked at Amazon too. And I took that chance. And I'm grateful that, even when I had doubt in my life, God helped me keep moving forward and, show me on the straight and narrow. So, you know, I, I'm grateful for that.
Definitely, you have to have that faith. You have to have that belief that no matter what, it's going to be okay. And even if it's not going to be okay and things tumble and fall, you get back up and you continue to continue. Like that's what it's all about. It's all about just never giving up. It's all about just keep persevering and taking that chance and that opportunity whenever it comes knocking on the door. So I believe that. Okay, so I have a question for you as well. So my question would be, what is one thing that you have done, or maybe you have seen, or even heard, that makes you want to continue to believe in yourself? Like, what or who gives you the strength to continue to persevere and have that fire in your eyes and say, I'm going to do it no matter what anyone says?
Um, so I would say I'm not really too much in the church, but as of now, but I'm still a spiritual person, so I believe in God. I believe there's a higher being in life. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I went into church when I was younger, probably when I was 9 or 10. So I met people that had faith in me, and even though I was not a perfect person, and I made mistakes, they still have faith in me in this day. And I meet them. Even it's been 4 or 5 years since I've gone to church. They still see me in the streets. They still ask me questions like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm just proud of you that you still pursuing this. Even though it's been a long journey, me going to school, long journey, we're going to doing podcasting, and it took me a long time for like I was just sitting there like, oh, I can't do this, or pushing it on. I still continue on, and I see the success where if I can just stay focused and stay consistent with it, I see how fast I can grow, and I see how what success I can have. So
They have more people that are doubtful that are around them than people who are encouraging, people who are pushing them to their full potential. You will have more people in your life that will say you can't do it versus you can do it. You know?
yeah, no, I agree with you personally. Even growing up, when I said I wanted to do podcasting or say, I wanted to do music, it was a point in time when I wanted to do music. I didn't want to be a artist, quote unquote, but I wanted to be a producer. It was amazing that people that I hung out with were close friends, like people that, I knew since childhood, and, they were like, oh, you can't do this. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to amount to nothing. I was just like, it's just crazy. That's supposed to be your friend. That's supposed to be somebody that supposed to care and support about you, or even family, and they were like, oh, you can't do this. You need to lower your standards, to lower your dreams. And, it's just, I had to kick those people out and, surround myself with people that are pursuing, that always daily pursuing their dreams. Even if it's a little success that you see, that's still success, and you keep moving, you keep moving. And
Definitely, definitely. I appreciate you coming on here. Thank you for telling us a little bit about your situation, what you have going on, and what you are, looking forward to, what you are anticipating. And I really appreciate you being my first guest here on the podcast, Think with Bink. Of course, I'm going to be putting your name in my description box below so they can check you out for sure.
there's no, thank you. I appreciate you having me on here, and I wish you much success as well.